Hello and welcome to Traffic Talks. My name is Pyro and I talk about what's going on in my life, usually with a lesson I've learned, some tips and tricks you can follow that help me, and a lot of laughs in each episode. If this sounds like something you would enjoy hearing, feel free to follow the podcast, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and to see what I'm up to, you can check out my Instagram page linked below. Bye! Hello and welcome back to Traffic Talks. I'm excited to be recording this episode because it is the 100th episode I am doing today. And that number, funny enough, sprung up on me like you cannot believe, because it's not the actual 100th episode, but it is the official 100th episode. There have been series that I've done or things that I've done that I don't include in that total. For example, all the Podmas in July of this year and the Podmas of the past 25 days have been excluded from that total. So I've definitely done more than my 100 episodes, but this is the official 100th episode, and I cannot believe that I have reached it, because this used to be a pipe dream. There was no intention of getting this far. It was not a goal. It just happened. And that is what today's episode is going to be. I'm literally going to ramble. I had a point, I lost it, and I'll find it eventually. You know how this works. I just keep going. So I'm checking my notes because I have a specific file I have on the day and what I plan on uploading, and I have color coordinated highlights to show what I've done. So some will be highlighted a color that says the episode's been recorded, another one that says it's been uploaded, another one that says it's in editing. There's a lot going on, and checking the notes for this year, the first few weeks are a solid red, meaning it's been edited, it's been uploaded, it's been sent out into the universe. The next 4 are yellow, meaning they've been recorded but they haven't been edited, nothing like that. And the rest are just blank for like months. And then we get to June and there's only one that's been colored, and it says getting back after a 4-month absence. And that I find hilarious. And then there's a completely new color because I did Podmas in July, which I never do. And then it's back to solid red for a few months, and then it's blank, and then it's red again. So it's been an up and down kind of year, and I think we all are feeling that. And my notes for this particular episode was just to speak about the actions we choose determine who we are. And I wrote here, I have been lazy. And that shows. Because, yeah, I took a 4-month break, but that was because of my mental health, which, valid reason. I got back into the swing of things, and then I just got lazy and I dropped off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do that podcast. And then I jumped back on. So it's been up and down. And I think being someone who's realized if you don't move, you aren't going to go forward. And only you can do that. Some people can pull you along, so you'll be in the same place as them, but you aren't in the same place. And I mean that in an emotional and mental and physical kind of way. Because I always preach that consistency is key and small things lead up to a big result. And I've been paging back in an old book that I plan on using as my bullet journal for this year. And there's like 3-4 pages of like good consistency, and then I fall off the wagon. And I'm like, there's something in me that doesn't want to do this. And I need to find that reason and stick to it. And this is where your why comes in. You need a strong enough why so that when you look back and you ask yourself, why am I doing this thing? You need to have such a strong enough why it motivates you to get back up and keep going. And I don't have a why for this podcast, or rather it's not an overwhelmingly thought out why. It's literally just because I love doing it. There is no financial motivation. It's actually cost me money that I've never recovered. It's taken time because I put a lot of time into my episodes, into planning the scripts, into researching something when it calls for it, things like that. And there's no intense why. It's literally just a labor of love. I love doing this. And like I mentioned previously, the whole full circle thing, I just spoke to my mom this morning and I said to her, like, I have to go record my 100th episode. I can't even fathom it's 100 episodes. And I realize I'm at my 100th episode, but this used to, like I said at the beginning, it used to be a pipe dream. There never used to be an episode 1 until I jumped in and started. And now I'm at episode 100 and I realized I'm excited to get to episode 1000. With all the planning I've been doing, I realize, like all other facets of your life, you need to set goals, and it's something I want to do for the podcast. So, yeah, I am going to do that. I'll probably talk about it in Feb because all my other episodes are planned. But with the birthday of the podcast, I will most likely tell you the goals then, because this is something I don't foresee myself not doing, even if I do fall off and fall back on. But it's something I'm never going to give up completely. So that's where I am for my 100th episode. I'm looking forward to each and every single one that's still gonna come. And I think part of the whole experience of being excited for the future is planning for it. I love planning an organization. So that is what is gonna happen. I, funny enough, also realized this episode is the last of the year, and wrapping up Podmas and having this episode come up at the same time, as well as it being the end of the year, is a very full circle moment. I've said it before, because everything is coming to an end and we're starting a new beginning, and that is something that not a lot of people fully grasp at this time of the year, because this time of the year is just about parties. I mean, I have to check my calendar and my schedule and try and squeeze everyone into this short limited time, and it's been hard, and it's something I've neglected horribly, and I plan on working on it immediately. But it's something that I realized I never learned. I've always had people because of proximity. So I've always had my siblings, and at school I always had people who were my friends because they were in my class, or we hung out at lunch, or things like that. And the same thing with university. You were with these people every single day for years. And when that's done, who are you left with? Are you still talking to some people? Are you not? And that is a scary realization, because it's lessons no one teaches you to do. You kind of pick that up through osmosis. And it's weird how many of these lessons you don't realize you need to learn until you are looking at it on the wrong end of the stick. Being like, I got the short end of this crap stick and now I'm just floating. So reflecting on things right now is something I think we all need to do, aside from the partying and the spending time with people, because realizing what you have and how lucky you are is going to be a brilliant gratitude going into the next year, because every single year people have sayings for their new year. I mentioned mine was 2023 is all about me. Other people used ones like 2020 and 2019, I'm going to go for it, and all these different things. And I think that is very clever, but don't just go for what you think you want. I said this previously in an episode where I was discussing loneliness. I thought I wanted to live on my own. I don't think I'll do well mentally living on my own. And that is a terrible realization to come to, because why? Like, it's always been a dream and now it's crushed because it's like, so the reality is just not working out? Like, that sucks. So reflecting on who you are, what you liked and what you truly want in life is gonna help you move forward, and being grateful for what you already have. Because looking around, you don't realize how much you actually have. I mean, even think of Christmas. Did you have presents to put under a tree? Did you have a tree to put up? Did you have decorations to go with that tree that you didn't need to go buy from scratch? Did you have nice plates and cutlery? Did you have all sorts of nice serviettes and crackers and things like that? Did you have traditional meals that recipes have been passed down from person to person? There are so many things we don't realize that are actually so valuable. You can't even put a monetary amount on it, that it's astounding. And being able to reflect on and be grateful for what we have will make us realize we are truly blessed and we have way more than what we even realize. And that is something that I keep having to remind myself of, especially when I go shopping. And I was like, we have this, we need this. We can do that ourselves. We don't need that. Like, it's fine. And that, I think, is something a lot more people need to do, because we live in a very fast-paced world. And the fact that people are consuming things much faster than they can renew it, reuse it, or even just get proper wear or use out of these things. That to me is sad, because we don't just live for ourselves. There are people that will come after us and they need to still live here. There is no backup. And I mean, honestly, South Africans know we barely survived Christmas with load shedding. It was insane. So if that is any indicator of our energy situation, we've had droughts and floods and all sorts of things going on. Like, what is the world coming to? So I don't know what to say. So yeah, I'm going to bring this full circle and wrap it up by saying this year has been a crazy one. The last 2 years of podcasting have been a steep learning curve. And that is not just to say I've learned how to podcast. I don't think I'm an expert by any means. I don't think I'll ever be, but I enjoy learning, so I'm fine with that. But I will say that I've learned more about myself through podcasting than anything else. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. My podcast will be worth it if one person gets something out of it. Job done. I'm good. I don't do this for money. It's not monetized in any way. I just do it for the pure joy and love of it. And to kind of keep a personal record, because I do speak about things that happen. And that's me. And I'm loving this. So yeah, I am going to enjoy eating leftovers, because that is what Christmas is about. By the way, this is the 26th I'm recording this on. So my leftovers is from Christmas. This is going up tomorrow, the 27th, just for clarification. But yeah, I am going to go enjoy my food. I'm going to take my sister out with my mom. And then I'm going to chill for the rest of the day and edit this most likely. So yeah, that is me. I hope you enjoyed Christmas. And I hope you have a good new year. I will see you in January in 2023. The song of this week is a Christmas song, because I'm dying to speak about this song. And it's called Candy Cane Lane by Sia. And I've been listening to it on repeat all of Christmas. Even more than Mariah Carey songs, Ariana Grande songs, all the Christmas playlists. This is my jam. That is the song I have been slaying to. Sleigh, by the way. So yeah, that has been me. That has been me this year. I hope you enjoyed this and it wasn't too all over the place. But yeah, I'm done. I will see you. And as per usual, keep being a better being. Love you. Bye.